So, a bit of an anticlimactic end to the India versus Malaysia India women's cricket team quarterfinal at the Asian Games in Hangzhou. Because remember, it's a no result. India versus Malaysia has ended as a no result. But it's great news for Indian women's cricket team fans.
I mean, it is great news, but I wish we would have started this live by saying what a thrilling match and all. You don't expect that against Malaysia.
Nah, you don't expect it against Malaysia, and it was clearly evident. Because let me tell you what happened. When the toss happened, Malaysia chose to bowl and inserted India in. So, after a rain delay which happened, the match got reduced to 15 overs. India raked up 173 for 2 thanks to Shefali Verma's brilliant 167 of 39 balls. Then Jemima Rodriguez also chipped in with 47 of 28, and Richa Ghosh towards the end just exploited the short boundaries that was there, and 173 for 2 in 15 overs was never going to be challenging enough because Malaysia's fielding, boy, it was really club level. You should have seen one of the catches which was dropped, one of the fielding.
Smriti's catch, right?
Yep. Smriti's catch, and also fielding down the ground. It reminded us of the way how we would field at CK PlayStation in our matches. I mean, that was the kind of thing. Unfortunately, Malaysia not that much of exposure.
With Malaysia, they don't have a proper domestic structure either, so you don't expect a lot out of them. Although it is a good thing that they are coming in and having international matches, and playing against teams like India will only help them, get better. But I hope Malaysia does work on their cricket a lot more than this, because clearly once you're facing a team like India, you realize where you really are, what sort of level you're playing at the moment, because it honestly looked like you said, an under 19 team. Even I don't think even state teams play like that.
Yes, but unfortunate, because see, today, by the way, the biggest development was the Indian team was led by Smriti Mandhana. Remember, Harmanpreet Kaur has been banned for 2 games because of her outburst that she had in Bangladesh. So if India make it to the final, then and only then Harmanpreet Kaur is playing. Otherwise, she is not playing this Asian Games. So, India are through to the semi-finals because of this no result. Remember, why India had to go through? Higher ranking, higher seeding, and because of that, we will now await to see on 24th who India plays, because now, remember, 4 teams have secured direct qualification to the quarterfinals. India, Pakistan and Thailand were one of them. I don't remember which was the 4th team. So, I think it was either Sri Lanka or Bangladesh, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Bangladesh. I think it's Bangladesh. So, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Thailand. Thailand of all teams, they have secured direct qualification because their T20I performances have been excellent. So, that's why it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the other quarterfinals. Remember, it's been played at the same end. When you saw the ground, what did you feel? Like how small the boundaries are, how it's a novel ground.
It reminded me of a ground that I used to play at, but it was like a school ground. And the club was behind the school, so it was basically a very small ground. Same thing. But the most encouraging bit was that a lot of locals had come. There was a fair attendance. That was a great sight to watch.
Yeah, I mean, we all thought that maybe Asian Games, Hangzhou, China, where would there be that much of attendance for cricket? But no, there was. I think the T20I format is really catching up with a lot of the world viewers in that sense. So that's why.
It's exciting. It doesn't take up a lot of time. So you can actually go and watch. But talking about today's match, are you in any way concerned about Smriti Mandhana's performance? Because she was dropped on 9. Right, and before that we are seeing, even in Bangladesh as well, she wasn't performing too well. But Shefali, I think she's catching up now. Shefali, Richa Ghosh, both.
And even Jemima.
All of them had a very dry run. But especially Smriti Mandhana, are you concerned?
I'm kind of not that concerned. But again, see, the shot that she played, normally she likes space coming onto the ball. And that's why she struggled in Bangladesh. You saw that in those slow, low decks, Mandhana's stroke play suffered. Here, I think they took the pace of the ball, and I think that is the reason why Mandhana had that misjudgment. Normally, a fuller and quicker ball, you wouldn't go back and try to pull. That's why she got that top edge. Otherwise, she would have just managed to nudge it and work it to the leg side. I think spin and a slow deck kind of is going to be her kryptonite.
I think that, you know what? BBL has done that to her game. Because she's played so much cricket in Australia and England because of the 100 and the BBL. She has become so used to those, pacey decks and Australian bowlers and all those international bowlers kind of hitting the deck. And the ball
pace,
coming
the extra
onto you.
pace,
Yeah,
extra
exactly.
bounce.
I think that's what she's gotten used to when it
Yeah.
comes to international cricket.
Exactly. And you saw how the ball was slow, it was slightly fuller, and
Yeah.
because it didn't come on to the bat quickly, she got a top edge, and that is why a direct catch, and that's why it was rather strange to see Mandana's struggle continue. But Shefali Verma, redemption, you may say, for her.
Yeah.
67 of 39.
But then I wouldn't read too much into this.
Why?
Malaysia,
but hasn't she done well against past opponents? In the much tougher opponents also.
in under 19 she did well. In the Emerging Asia Cup she did well. So I don't
In
have
the CWG, in the ICC World
I don't have
T20.
any doubts about Shefali Verma. Of course, every batter has kind of that slump, so you can't read too much into that. But this knock was also coming against Malaysia. Of course, she had to kind of dominate. And if Shefali Verma isn't dominating against Malaysia, then I'd be concerned.
Yep, 67 of 39, 4 boundaries and 5 big sixes.
Yeah.
Some of the sixes that she hit was vintage Shefali Verma, just swinging through the line, clean hits. Okay, she got injured by Jemima herself when Jemima hit that straight drive, got hit on the wrist, but she recovered from that. And again, Jemmy, silken stroke play, isn't it? She
kind of like the textbook cricket, high elbow, everything, just perfect technique.
Yeah.
But she's been amazing as well today. She batted very aggressively, so did Shefali, and I think that's the best part.
Yeah.
The best takeaway from today's match will be how the top order batted aggressively, because that is what we need from India at the moment.
Yep, so the likes of Jemima Rodriguez, the likes of Shefali Verma, and also Richa Ghosh towards the fag end.
Yes.
Powerful hits, and that's why India are one of the top medal contenders in this Asian Games. This is no doubt about it, because remember, the format is such, India will just have to win 2 more games. They have managed to get through to the semi-finals. If they win the semi-finals, medal is assured.
Yes.
The format is such, if you reach the final, you are at least assured of silver. If you win it, it's gold. If you lose the semi-finals, then the losing semi-finalists play a bronze medal playoff.
Yes.
That is the format of this Asian Games 2023. This is how it is. Both the men and women are expected to dominate in this edition of the Asian. And remember, and they better, because looking at the ground dimensions, I mean, beware of all our IPL power hitters. I mean, the way how they are going to clear the rows, because it's not that big a boundary. It's about 65 meters, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Just 60 to 65.
But then it's also kind of sad that it started raining, and I was kind of excited to see all the young talent that came into the squad. Kumar Chhetri, Anjali Sarvani, we had Minu Mani as well.
Minu Mani was included. I think even Tejas Sadhu was included.
Tejas Sadhu, I have seen her play many times. She played in under 19, she played in Emerging, and she has been one of the incredible,
she was one of the stars of the under 19 World Cup, though. I think she took 4 wickets, if I'm not mistaken, against England, if I'm not mistaken, in that final.
Yeah.
I think Tejas Sadhu really, I think she plays for Delhi Capitals, if I'm not mistaken, in the WPL.
Is it Delhi Capitals or UP Warriors?
I think she plays for Delhi Capitals.
I haven't caught up with the
WPL as of yet. I'm not.
No, I've caught up with the WPL, just not who is in the team. That I haven't realized that yet.
Yeah. So it's rather, you may say, not a facile win as such, because there was no result in this game.
Exactly.
And remember, there is one more quarterfinal that is lined up at the same ground. So that's why, remember, this game was the only 6:30 a.m. game that's there. On 24th also there is a game in the semi-finals, but that is also at 6:30 a.m. But at that time we will be doing a special update somewhere else, because 24th is also India versus Australia.
India versus Australia, and also don't forget MotoGP Bharat.
MotoGP Bharat, yes. 22 to 24th. Yes. That's going to be there. That's going to be very exciting. And
very exciting.
Yep, after 11 years, racing returns to to the Buddh circuit.
Last time it happened was 2013.
10 years. 10 years, yes.
But that was Formula 1. Never in the history of MotoGP has a race happened in India. So
but I have heard that there are a lot of visa issues. A lot of drivers have still not been able to make it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about who has made it today, But yesterday there was still a lot of problems.
Yep. Well, everybody's got on a holiday to watch the MotoGP. That's the situation in Noida that we're doing. But here, as far as Wangzhou was concerned, rain is forecast for some of the days that's there. So it'll be very interesting to see what's happened. India are through to the semi-finals because of a higher rating. This match is ended as a no result. Shefali Verma's 50 and Jemima's aggressive 47. The only highlights of a rain truncated and then a rain abandoned game.
Yeah.
Malaysia, well, lot of comical hassles in the field, dropping catches, letting balls go through, and that's why not a good display. Although credit to them, they did beat Hong Kong, one of the higher ranked teams, to make it to the quarterfinals. But their journey ends, Malaysia's journey ends, and India will be awaiting the winners shortly. And 24th is their semi-final. 27th is the grand final. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us in this India versus Malaysia women's update. Lots of updates in the Asian Games today. It's India women versus Chinese Taipei in football.
Ooh.
And India versus Bangladesh, the men's football team also, they start at 1:30 PMI. So a lot of action in the Asian Games today. Sculling, I've already given an update as to the men winning the repechage, and also you'll see sailing, windsurfing also. So from me and Gargi, it's bye-bye. See you soon.